Thanks for rejoining TRBusiness's Adapt and Survive Skype video interview series. I'm joined this episode by Garry Maxwell, the founder of GMAX Travel Retail and formerly of Premier Portfolio, where Garry served for many, many decades. Garry, great to see you, albeit virtually.
Yeah, nice to see you, Luke.
Garry, my first question is regarding you professionally. The past month has been quite a whirlwind. You set up GMAX Travel Retail after spending a long time at Premier Portfolio, had a long successful career there. You remain working with the Premier Portfolio guys. Just bring us up to date on the relationship and talk to us a bit about where you are right now with GMAX Travel Retail.
Okay, yeah, I still will be. Premier was, it's taken quite a hit like a lot of small businesses have by the effect of COVID. They've decided now to streamline the business a lot more and focus on key product areas, which is their core, which is logo products. And I'm happy that in my new venture as GMAX, as part of my assortment, I will be handling all the logo business for them. So I'll be dealing directly with all the clients globally for in-flight and really anything logo product to do with fun playing, scale models, etc.
And Garry, you left Premier officially at the end of June. You're now embarking on a new journey. Tell us about GMAX, where you are right now. It's early days, you're setting up the business. What is happening at the moment? Who are you working with?
Yeah, I mean, basically what I've tried to do, it's something I've considered for many years setting up on my own, and a lot of people thought I would have before now. And sometimes I think situations push you into it. And I'm very much looking forward to the challenge. I've tried to focus a range assortment. I was previously a buyer in travel retail, so a lot of products I work with and have a history of working with brands. And I've tried to focus in key areas which I feel would be suitable and opportunities in it. So I've put together a beauty range, which will be Transformulas. Transformulas is a brand that I've worked with for many years through Premier. And I will be handling that now for their travel retail business globally. I will also be working with a new, very innovative makeup brand called Beauty Boulevard, quite well known for their glitter brand of makeup, which is going to be a great success. Already had an introduction on an airline just prior to lockdown, and we're doing fantastic sales. So I'm looking forward to trying to enhance that for them. I'm working in the well-being side of business as well with iSlices. We have a few product listings, which again I've taken over from that side of the business from Premier. So and then also finally I'm in discussion with a major men's grooming brand as well, which to me would put the full range together of everything that I require on that area. I have a history working in beauty as well. Previously I used to work for Elizabeth Arden. I worked for companies such as Ocean Trading, looking after all their Chanel and Calvin Klein business and Eurocos. So I have a history and a knowledge of it. So I'm looking forward to that side of it. And then on the other side, I've focused on a lot of people are doing this product area, and it's very volatile, which is PPE. Luckily, I was already working previously in part of this with two brands, one called The Eye, which is our mosquito repellent brand, who have developed their own alcohol-free hand sanitizing range, which they've been working on prior to lockdown. And then also with a new company called Nil Aqua. And Nil Aqua have a very innovative range of waterless product. They have a great success with like festivals and, with waterless shampoos and hand washes and body washes. And they supply the NHS in big quantity for alcohol-free hand sanitizers in a kind of foam format. So I've created with them a travel retail exclusive pack that we can offer in that sort of area. There's so many benefits for having alcohol-free as opposed to alcohol-based solutions. Obvious ones such as non-flammable, kinder to the skin and hands. A lot of people are suffering with their hands with cuts and skin complaints and dermatitis, so this is much better for that. And alcohol-free these will actually last on surfaces for a lot longer. They can last up for 6 hours on hands and skin, and even 12 to 24 hours on hard surfaces. Whereas a lot of alcohol-based are instant, will kill 99.99% instantly, but have no lasting effect. There's also a lot of opportunity as well with Middle Eastern countries because of the non-alcohol as well as another idea. And obviously on the non-flammable side, it's easier to ship around the world as well. So there's quite a few benefits in that area. So I've really focused on that area completely. And then I've linked up with a fantastic company in Ireland called PPE Solutions, and they are working with health services, governments, and really developing. We're working with hotel groups, military, everything in crazy volumes. And what I like about all the three companies I'm working with is they are very highly certified. Everything, all full test reports are available, and everything meets the highest standards that possibly meet, because there's been a lot of product, not just in travel retail, but in many other areas around the world, as I think the UK government has found out, of buying the wrong product at the wrong time and at the wrong price. So with PPE Solutions, we put together many kits, including commuter kits. We're also supplying into vending machines as well, which are now appearing more and more at airports. So there's a lot of development on that product and coming out with new ideas all the time. So yeah, it's quite exciting on that side.
Garry, it's a tough time at the moment with the crisis, particularly trying to set up a business at any point, but this has obviously made things a lot harder. What for you have been the major challenges thus far in trying to establish awareness of the company at a time when budgets are very tight, attention to invest is very, very, very tight as well? Talk to us a little bit about how you tried to grab people's attention and get GMAX Travel Retail on the radar.
Yeah, it is a very difficult time for many different ways. I still look at it in three sectors, which is in-flight, ground shop retail, and even cruise ships. And some of them will take longer to come back than others, I think. I think with regard to airlines, obviously there's many issues of handling of catalogs and more online sales, and a lot of people they've not sold product. They've had product in their warehouse for many weeks without anything moving. In my last few weeks at Premier, many airlines trying to return stock and making it very difficult. So looking at new ideas and new products is not the top of the priority in some cases, which is a shame, because it needs something vibrant and innovative to try and carry on. On the PPE side, there's other challenges. You have a lot of buyers who've never purchased product like this before. They haven't worked for health services or whatever, and in some cases it's huge volume required, and requiring to get commitment at this stage for large volume of something that in some cases is a necessity is very difficult. So there's quite a few challenges in how it moves forward and how it adapts, and especially with the in-flight area. When do they start putting new ideas on?
Let's talk a little bit about the PPE side, Garry. I mean, it is an entirely new market for a lot of companies who haven't dabbled in this before. There's obviously been a proliferation in these sort of products and the way they're being sold since the crisis began. In your view, obviously looking into this market in a lot more detail now, do you think there's question marks over quality, standards, the regulatory side, and I guess the message that some companies are putting out about PPE products that may necessarily not be completely true in the worst case, or at the very least, not giving consumers the confidence that they need at this time?
That's definitely the case. There's it's funny. I've sourced in Asia for many years through Premier and through previous companies I worked for. Around about 30 years, and I must get 20 emails a day offering me PPE of some format from different countries, and at the end of the day, that's why I've tried to go down the route, and I know a lot of other companies have, to try and get high certification, full test reports to all different standards for different regions. There's a lot of fake product out there, and so there's a lot of people saying that they can do this, and generally at the final place, it's the supply is not actually there, and or the quality is not there. So there's a lot of issues. So we're trying to cover every corner, make sure we've covered all those aspects to make this as correct as possible, and we welcome to offer all the test reports before as we do the quotations to people.
And obviously that's particularly important for travel retail because it involves travellers and passengers who are using this at mass transit hubs. Have you found that it's taken a lot longer to get the sort of approvals that you are after as a company to push forward the development?
No, not really, but we've had it in place. Luckily, the company I'm working with are already main suppliers into the major health services, so they've always had the certification in place. So it should cover all the standards anywhere. For us, it was it's still in the early stages for me in my GMAX range, and there's people already out there that are ahead of the game in some cases. But you know, we believe we have a fantastic product, some great, unique, innovative ideas to enhance it. So we're talking to a lot of operators at the moment. We've had a lot of great interest, and hopefully we'll have some new details soon.
Okay, and very much on that thread, what can you tell us at the moment about your existing products that you're either trying to broaden, or indeed any new brands you're either looking at or that you've brought on board already?
Yeah, there's a couple that hopefully I can announce very soon. One is a men's grooming brand, like I was saying earlier, which can enhance the full beauty assortment that I've put together. And then also I'm working with an electronic brand as well, who are coming out with a very innovative headphone, which is quite exciting. That will be coming out. Nothing else like it on the market. So I'm hoping to have details on that within the next week or so, and that will be available around about October time. But so I'm quite happy with what I've got, with a couple of changes slightly, and then we're fully ready to go. But at the moment, there's lots of opportunities. There's listings that I'm taking over with products I already have. I mean, Transformers has been very successful, so we're focusing in on some of that range, and then developing new products through Beauty Boulevard and the Eye. So so there's looking forward to it, and hopefully to see people in not too distant future. Fingers crossed.
Indeed, Garry. It's all about personal contact. I'm sure a lot of people are missing it. I know I certainly have.
I've always been, I've always been quite renowned as one of the guys that travels like crazy. So I've usually been away 5.5 months a year, probably for about the last 30 years. And I think my wife is really struggling through lockdown with me being home all the time. So, and I find it strange. Even I feel like I should be somewhere. So it's. I'm looking forward to seeing some good friends and colleagues at some stage when we're allowed to. So,
yes, concur with that thoroughly, Garry. Thanks for your comments today. All the best of luck in your endeavours with GMAX Travel Retail. No doubt we'll catch up very soon, hopefully in person. Thank you, Garry.
Thank you very much.